The whole turmeric heals the damaged brain. It has to do with stem cells. And you can have this in your food. It's delicious. It's not as strong as curry, but it's what is included in curry. You can even put it in your tea or over your salad or over your yogurt or cereal. Now, brain is delicious on meat, fish, and rice, even potatoes. Now, brain regeneration, long considered a feat impossible to accomplish. Compelling research now reveals how a simple spice might contribute to stimulating the stem cell mediation repair of the brain damaged, by Steve McComley on Collective Spark. So this is great news. Turmeric is hands down one of the, if not the most versatile healing spice in the world, with over 800 experimentally confirmed health benefits and an ancient history filled with deep reverence for its seemingly compassionate power to alleviate human suffering. It may also represent the pharmaceutical industry's single most existential threat, given that the preliminary science signals turmeric is at least as effective as 14 drugs and orders of magnitude safer as far as toxicological risk. That said, most of the focus of turmeric research over the past decade has been centered on only one of its many hundreds of phytocompounds, namely the primary polyphenol in turmeric known as curcumin, which gives the spice its richly golden hue. This curcumin-centric focus has led to the development of some very good products, such as phospholipid-bound curcumin concentrate, Mireva BCM95, which greatly helps to increase the absorption and bioactivity of curcumin. But curcumin isolates are only capable of conferring a part of turmeric's therapeutic power, and therein lies the limitation and hubris of the dominant model, where the focus is on isolating the presumably primary magic bullet ingredient. Indeed, it has become typical within the so-called nutraceutical industry to emulate the pharmaceutical model, which focuses on identifying a particular monochemical tree within the forest of complexity represented by each botanical agent, striving to standardize the delivery of each purported active ingredient with each serving as if it were a pharmaceutical drug. These extraction and isolation processes also generate proprietary formulas, which are what manufacturers want to differentiate their product from all others and henceforth capture a larger part of the market share, a value proposition that serves the manufacturer and not the consumer or patient. Now, truth be told, there is no singular magic bullet in foods, and herbs responsible for reproducing the whole plant's healing power. There are, in fact, in most healing plants or foods, hundreds of compounds orchestrated by the intelligent, invisible hand of God or nature, or whatever you wish to call it, and which can never be reduced to the activity of a singularly quantifiable phytocompound or chemical. Now, beyond the curcumin magic bullet meme, not long ago, a highly compelling study published in the journal Stem Cell Research and Therapy provided additional support for the concept that curcumin alone is not enough to explain the healing power of turmeric as a whole plant. The study found that a little-known fat-soluble component within turmeric, R-turmerone, may make a promising candidate to support regeneration in neurologic disease. Titled Aromatic Turmerone Induces Neural Stem Cell Proliferation in Vitro and in Vivo. German researchers evaluated the effects of this turmeric-derived compound on neural stem cells, NSCs, the subgroup of brain cells capable of continuing self-renewal required for brain repair. The study found that when brain cells were exposed to R-turmerone, neural stem cells increased in number through enhanced proliferation. Moreover, these newly formed neural stem cells also increased in number of fully differentiating neuronal cells, indicating a healing effect was taking place. This effect was also observed in a live animal model, showing that rats injected with R-turmerone into their brains experience increases in neural stem cell proliferation and the creation of newly formed healthy brain cells. This study did not go unnoticed by major medical news channels. Here are some good reviews if you wish to explore the implications in greater depth. Newsweek says curry powder, turmeric compound boosts growth of brain stem cells. The Guardian Liberty Voice said turmeric cure evidence grows. Monthly prescribing reference wrote turmeric may help regenerate brain cells. Times of Malta says turmeric linked to brain cell repair. Medical Daily writes turmeric helps your brain heal itself. Spice up your brain. So the Green MedInfo Turmeric database confirms its brain savior power. As you may already know, our database is the world's most extensive open access natural medical database, over 1,600 different natural substances with over 2,700 study abstracts on turmeric's healing properties indexed thus far. View the turmeric research page here to view, and you can watch the video below. Now, if you take a look at the laundry list of over 800 diseases that this spice or its components, e.g. curcumin, has been studied for to prevent and/or treat, the sheer volume of supportive literature is astounding. Amazingly, we have identified over 270 physiological pathways according to their conventional pharmacological characterization, e.g. COX-2 inhibitor, interleukin-6 down regular, by which turmeric or its compounds heal the body. In addition, you will find over 217 articles on turmeric's neuroprotective properties on this page. Turmeric as a neuroprotective agent, find out how we generate these results in the video below. They have videos here. The research clearly indicates that turmeric is a great brain supportive plant. For a more layperson-oriented review, you could read the following. How turmeric can save the aging brain from dementia. Turmeric produces remarkable recovery in Alzheimer's patients, the spice that prevents fluoride from destroying the brain. So how to get most out of your turmeric? One of the most frequently asked questions is, what is the best type of turmeric or curcumin to use? Well, I use powder, and I put it on a lot of stuff. It's delicious anyway. Obviously, given the aforementioned research, the whole plant is going to carry a wider range of therapeutic compounds than curcumin alone, and yet most have been heavily enculturated to focus entirely on how much question, opting to identify the molecular weight, hence how many milligrams in a serving of a particular compound as more important than the qualitative dimension. Is it organic? It is delivered within the natural context as food or a whole plant. Now, which reflect the type of nutrigenomic information the substance contains, and therefore the intelligence it embodies. To learn more about the intelligence of food, you can watch my e-course with Ayurveda Master Herbalist Kalsha, which is available along with the database of education as a member. Now, and really, there is no generic answer to a generic question about the best way to take turmeric. The question always comes from an individual with particular need, and so recommendations must be bio-individualized. You can put it on everything, I said. You can put it on your yogurt, on your cereal, in your tea. It spices up your tea, it's delicious. On your meat, on your fish, on your salad, over your potatoes, because you just sift it over your potatoes, on your rice, and even on your macaroni sauce, everything. Now, for instance, if you have colonic inflammation or polyps, and you are trying to use turmeric to reduce inflammation there or regress precancerous growths, then using the whole plant is best versus a highly bioavailable form of curcumin in capsule form. I don't take capsules. I use, it's a powder. It's grated. So that goes here is to say, for instance, which will likely be absorbed by the small intestine and mostly pass through the liver, never getting adequate quantities to the large intestine. So in this person's case, taking a teaspoon of relatively difficult to absorb turmeric may result in painting the diseased surface of that person's intestine or colonic lumen with exactly the form needed to reverse disease. That's why you can, if you have that problem, you can drink it in tea. It's delicious. But what, or have it over your yogurt or your cereal. But what if you have someone who wants to experience a systemic effect, say for arthritis or for brain cancer? In these instances, getting turmeric compounds such as curcumin through a glucuronidation barrier in the liver is with a phospholipid bound or black pepperin combination would be ideal. There is certainly a place for the neurocuticle model when properly applied, especially when provided as an adjuvant to the pharmaceutical model within the integrative medical setting. Ultimately, the goal is not to wait to have such a serious health problem that you have to force yourself to take heroic doses of any herb or food extract. Better is to use small amounts in culinary doses in combination with ingredients that synergize on a physiochemical, informational, and sensual basis, producing the all-important vitamin, pleasure as well, tasty food. Recently, we actually featured a study that showed culinary doses of rosemary help improve memory, whereas higher heroic doses impair it. So this is why exploring the use of turmeric in curries or by adding a pinch in a smoothie may be an ideal daily supplementation approach versus capsules, whose questionability, natural capsules, and excipients all can up to cause some stress in the liver you're trying to protect with these natural interventions. Just remember, quality is everything and less can be more. This was from written by Sayer G., founder of Green Med Info, and is here under Creative Commons published. It's on Collective Spark. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.